with episode 2 of In the Wildz with old Professor Tom. And just ignore that little unnumbered one that we just did. Probably won't show up in my stream, but it was always remember when you record to be next to a cell tower with pretty good reception. So we are here in another spot in beautiful somewhere Colorado, and we are next to a gym, which is very interesting. And I can't do anything about it until I'm level 5. In our missing video, I actually did capture a Pokemon, but because cell reception was so bad, it didn't get captured. So, sorry about that. Some things about this game that are kind of interesting. Ingress, a large part of Ingress was the social interaction between the factions, where you're bumping around town and you're doing your stuff, and then you get messages from your faction going, hey, there's a raid going on over here, or hey, this node's being taken over, this portal's being taken over. And people would kind of, rush together and do stuff. There doesn't seem to be any social interaction stuff, which makes sense because it is for younger kids predominantly, even though us old fogies are going to take it over, as we do with everything. So you don't get that social interaction. Like with Ingress at this point, I would be looking at my feeds to see where there's activity going on. Here I really can't tell. It's almost a solo game. I'll be curious when I play with my boys, when we form a team, if we can see each other as a team. That would make a lot of sense to have your team members be able to communicate with each other. But so far as I can see, there is no real inter-player communication, unless I'm totally mistaken, which, I could well be. Because, once again, I need more coffee. Now, you will notice it's getting dark, and I do not have the proper equipment to light myself. Maybe I do. Hang on. If I turn on the car lights. Yeah, it makes it a little better. But that will burn out my battery, so I don't care. My face is not the important part of this video. The information contained therein should be the more important part. So, once again, let's see if we can get this Pokemon stop here. No, it's too far away. But I'm right on top of the gym, which I can't use as of now. But I was hoping that there would be some live Pokemon here, or, digitally live Pokemon, so I can exploit and capture. But once again, we're looking at kind of a fail situation with that. Now, I will say, this game does have some very pretty graphics over Ingress. I would almost expect an upgrade to Ingress based on some of these cool effects in-game. But then again, a lot of what Ingress is doing is social networking stuff, which this isn't doing, that I can see. So it might just well be, I don't know, that I'm not, But I do understand, I do very much understand the appeal for this game. My boys and I are going to play the heck out of this for at least a month or two, until school starts, and then probably do some regular patrolling like we did with Ingress. Problem with Ingress that we found was, while the social interaction is really good, the people who are playing it, at least in my area, some of them are very cool. We met a couple of really nice people who gave us some stuff and were cool, but they tend to be 20, 30-ish, that 20, 30-somethings, where they're kind of like kids are poison to them or something. They forgot they were kids about 3 years ago. And the older folks are playing it on a game level that's not conducive to kids. It's more like they're playing it like a small war game, if you guys remember old cardboard chit war games. A little intense for my kids. I mean, they're planning out multi-stage operations, and my kids are just kind of like, that was a cool lighting effect. Little car go by. My kids just wanted to play. And these other guys are like, you have to be at this portal at this time to maneuver this, or our whole offensive is blown, or, or being told not to make certain linkages to other places because it would ruin their master plan. It just got a little too ponderous to play with kids, and even as an adult, I hate that word, but being older myself, I didn't want to play on that level. Pokemon actually seems like more of a level where I want to play. A little strategy would be good. The gym stuff is going to be interesting. And the team stuff, I'm interested to see how much of the social interaction they bring over from Ingress, knowing full well that Nintendo doesn't like there to be a lot of social interaction because there's a whole bunch of problems with kids and social interaction. We all know this. And I've already seen on the App Store, and now I know why, Pokemon Go chat apps that will let you chat as you're playing. So, you know, problems with solutions, that's the internet's job, is to make solutions for problems, even before there are problems to make solutions for. So, what else can I banter on about while we wait for Pokemon? All in all, the impression of the game is pretty good. There are times when it is sluggish. You definitely need a good, solid cell single or Wi-Fi single. In places like where I live, in places where I have lived before, like I love the car passing lighting effect. That's really cool. Places I lived before, like Portland, Oregon, and New York City, this game would be amazing with just open Wi-Fi. You can go from Starbucks Hub to Starbucks Hub or library or wherever in Portland, there's a whole group I was part of, the Personal Telco Project. If you're in Portland, go look up www.personaltelco.com or .net, I forget what. Google Personal Telco Project. And over the last decade, they've been setting up open Wi-Fi all around Portland. And it's great because you can walk around Portland with no cell coverage and a Wi-Fi app like this, like Pokemon Go or Ingress, and still be connected the whole time. Cities where I'm like now, there's very few open Wi-Fi access points other than by my house because I always try to keep one open for people. But yeah, so it'll be a little bit harder. In places like, say, for instance, South Dakota, I've been to a bunch of times. Unless even if you have cell coverage, this game will be hard to play because cell coverage in places like rural South Dakota, they get horrible cell coverage, and you know, your Pokemon catching is going to be spotty at best. Yeah, which is something which is again is a first world problem. Connectivity being a necessity for some of the apps we use, Google Office and other always on applications, our social networking feeds and stuff like that. We kind of presumptive of an always on internet. This game very much needs an always on internet connection, whether it's Wi-Fi or cell. You're going to need it. Now, if you're a parent and your kids have devices that do not have cell plans on them, be aware that your old phones put into Wi-Fi only mode, or get a cheap phone that's still covered for the game. Look up the game specs. But you can put them on Wi-Fi only and use your phone with the cell coverage plan as a hotspot or an access point. And you can then become the all dancing mobile hotspot for your kids' every desire, which we do when we're out about playing Ingress. I'm the hotspot AP. They're connected to me through Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is playing hotspot, and then I'm offering up them cell coverage. It uses a password, so not any person walking by you can use your cell plan. So your mileage may vary. If you have any questions on this stuff, just put some comments below. Nice comments, please. I don't want to read icky, nasty comments like, dude, shave. Yes, I know I need to shave. Or, dude, get a light for your camera, your phone, because, my God, I'm looking at a blank screen, and yes, you are. But, do you really need to be looking at that all the time? Well, that lighting is kind of cool. Anyway, still no Pokemon in the wild here. I think I'm going to just about give up riffing on the social interactions of Pokemon Go, though I do have a lot more to say on it because, let's face it, if you know me, I have a lot to say about everything. I'm just one of those people. I like to talk. And I like to listen. So if you have comments or questions or, you're starting a team or something, just drop me a comment. If you are a parent and you need help contextualizing this game in your family setup, again, contact me in the comments. I'll try to get a hold of you. I'll try to maybe write up a parent's guide for you guys. God, there should be a Pokemon like right under me. What is it just because this thing is in our way or something? Is it? Oh, man. Look at the skinny jeans I'm wearing, too. You know how many decades it's been since I can pull off skinny jeans? Never. I could never pull them off. And if I put them on, I'd be able the worst to pull them off. I'm not svelte. Let's put it that way. And if you're a kid and you don't know what the word svelte means, go look it up. It's a great word. Your teachers will love you for using the word svelte. Little parenting tips for kids. If you're going to curse or stuff, use words that no one else understands. Yiddish, fantastic. Fantastic language to learn how to curse in. If your parents ever watched Firefly or Serenity, throw in some Cantonese or Chinese swear words. They'll love it, believe me. Okay, so getting back to this, there should be Pokemon around me, and there is none, because I am not loved. Let's put out one of my Squirtles. So that's another thing we should look at. Maybe we'll wait for another episode. I think I'm going to go around and pick up some more experience points and look for some more Pokemon and try to find a good capture battle. Again, this is still first night. This is only episode 2. We're going to do a lot more episodes. Again, where this is going to go, you guys post up your comments and we'll take it from there. If there's a particular point about the game that you want to learn about, just put it in the comments. I will respond. It'll be cool. We'll have like a conversation going on here. Because at its best, that's what the internet does. It facilitates conversation. Yeah. Anyway, I can just watch the screen all night. It's very pretty. It's like I'm in a Rush concert or a Pink Floyd concert. And please, you kids know what that is, right? Yeah, thank you for making me. Oh, and I got to talk. So I'm going to let you guys go for now and talk to you later. Okay. Let me decline that. Hang on a sec. And stop streaming.